Hello and welcome back. This is your mid-month tarot tune-up and I am Abby. So for today, we're going to look at another tarot card that will help us kind of refine our energy and opportunities for us to be the most empowered, working with our energy for the month, which was standing our ground. So that card that we are working with is Six of Pentacles, and it's a card of really embodying ourself and our boundaries so that we're very clear within ourselves about what we have to give and what we need in order to be able to give. So the ways in which we fill our own cup, so to speak. And when we talk about boundaries, that can be a difficult topic for a lot of people, myself included. And sometimes when we start to kind of express our boundaries or play around with putting up boundaries where they hadn't been before, it can kind of kick up some stuff. It can be met with resistance from other people. We can have hiccups along the way where we're not really sure how to do it, and maybe we didn't ask for it in the best way, or maybe we just have some stumbling blocks along the way. And so how do we respond to those? How do we kind of stay focused and energized and believe in ourselves and believe in our own worth, that we are worthy of what we need? And so that is our mid-month card, is that energy of how do we really keep ourselves centered when we get knocked down, maybe, with the challenges that come from standing our ground or trying to stand our ground. And we received Child of Cups, also known as Page of Cups. And this is a beautiful energy because it's asking us to refocus with play. So to not take ourselves too seriously, to not take to heart maybe the ways we get rejected by people or dismissed sometimes, or we perceive ourselves as being dismissed. Our inner critic can be really loud and noisy and come in very strong, and it's not always the truth. So when we bring in or invite in or prioritize a sense of playfulness, a sense of kind of fun and whimsy, it can allow us to see a different perspective, to go from tunnel vision to a more expansive perception where solutions and possibilities are available to us. So even though I know it's so hard to incorporate play when you're an adult and you've got responsibilities and deadlines and a full to-do list, I invite you to consider that play may be one of the most important things that you can do. And it helps to prevent burnout. It helps us to stay inspired. It helps us to reduce our stress levels, and it doesn't take a lot. So looking for opportunities for these next 2 weeks of how you can incorporate it without it being a burden. So we want to keep it light and fun. How can you do that? It might be something like turning on your music for 2 minutes, your favorite song, and singing out loud, or doing a little dance party by yourself. It might be sitting outside and just watching the way that the wind kind of plays with the trees and kind of looking at that dance, or even sky gazing, like looking at the sky, and if there's clouds out, looking at what shapes you can come up with your imagination. It may be a break for daydreaming. That can be wonderfully refreshing. So it doesn't have to be something that takes a lot of time, but it's just this matter of making it a priority, even if it is a short amount of time, like a couple of minutes, and even better, kind of spritzing those into your day. So it's something that you can kind of look forward to and get a break from all the hustle and bustle and emerge with more presence and more a greater ability to stand your ground and to speak up for what you need. Because when we're standing our ground, when we're kind of advocating for ourselves or others, that can also oftentimes kind of take away some of our energy, or even sometimes deplete us. And so we need to be able to find ways to build that back up, that energy reserve, to give to ourselves so that our energy source is more buoyant and we can meet the obstacles that come our way with more resilience. So the rest of this month, I encourage you to look at how you can be playful, and you can get as creative as you want with this. There's so many possibilities, and it's really specific to you and what you find fun, and even an element of like silliness. So I recently sort of redid a room in our house for my daughter's playroom, and I wanted to make it really fun and whimsical. So I found these party streamers that were kind of glossy, and it looked sort of like a mermaid, and I put them up on one side of the room as a boundary or barrier for her getting into things. And it totally transformed the room into this whimsy, fun, playful kind of energy that I never would have done anything like that for my own room, but for a child's playroom, it was so much fun. And then it got me kind of excited and thinking about other ways to bring in this whimsy energy. So look for areas of your life that you may not expect to be able to kind of bring in this energy or play with it. Even something like learning a new skill that's fun. I recently tried calligraphy, and I found some website that gave instructions on how to do it, and I let myself not care about the results because I knew it wasn't going to look good the first time. And just engaging my brain in a different way really opened me up. So that's what I hope that I can encourage you to do this month, for the rest of the month at least, is to look for ways and opportunities to have fun, be silly, and not focus on productivity, and really allow that to fill your cup so that you can be embodied and stand up for what you need.